With the 38th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Daniel Gafford, center from Arkansas. Woo! That is right, guys. The center. He was a all-SEC selection last season after averaging 16.9 points a game to go with 8.7 rebounds, guys, and 2 blocks. And this selection from the Bulls, thought by many, could potentially have been a huge gamble when you look at in terms of what was still available, who was still available on the draft board at the 38th selection. Of the names that the Bulls could have gone after was a guy by the name of Bull, big man out of Oregon. And what's very intriguing is if you look at, the stats in terms of these two guys, again, similar players as, really the Bulls are adding another big man to their nucleus of players. When you look in our front court, we have a very young front court. I think our, 3 guys we have under the age of 22. When you look at Lauri Markkanen, you look at Wendell Carter Jr., who we drafted last year, and now you're going to be adding Daniel Gafford to the mix. So it's going to be a very intriguing young front court for the Bulls moving forward. But again, Bull, guys, so he averaged 21 points a game last year, and he shot 52% from 3. Now, Gafford, he never attempted a 3 or shot a 3 last year. So when you look at those 2 case scenarios, Bull, obviously, he can shoot the 3, so, that's a nice advantage there. And then free throw percentage, Gafford shot 56% from the free throw line. Bull, he shot 76%, and then Bull averaged 2.3 assists per game. So, I mean, would this have been the better selection? Potentially. But again, you never really know how things are going to pan out until, you kind of get a feel for these players and see how they can fit into the system. What type of work ethic do they bring, when they get drafted, when they reach fame and all that, does the pressure get to them, and do they then start not being able to live up to expectation? So that is, going to be very intriguing. But nevertheless, guys, this is a huge selection for the Bulls. And it's going to be exciting because, again, where is Jim Boylen going to dish out all these minutes? Because we got a lot of big men, on the team. We still got Christian Felicio. Robin Lopez is still on the team, a good, solid player. And, so mixing in everybody, it's going to be very intriguing to see how that plays out. But it's going to be so much fun to see. And so, guys, Gafford, very athletic, coming in at 6'11", weighing 234 pounds. And the thing about him, guys, is that his shooting, he does not have a very much shooting range whatsoever. He gets a lot of his points, his production on the offensive boards. And, so that is, one of the concerns there. And now let's get into, guys, some of the other names that the Bulls could have selected with this pick. Another name was a guy by the name of Talen Horton-Tucker, a guard. He averaged 11.8 points a game, 4.9 rebounds, 2.3 assists. Now, the Bulls, they added Kobe White, point guard, with their #1 overall pick. So I think, in terms of guards, the Bulls, they look very set up nicely now with a guard that I think is, he's going to be putting in a lot of work. And, he seems to have a very, very good mindset in terms of wanting to learn, wanting to grow, and get better and better. And, Jim Boylen is the perfect coach, or he's the best coach, I think, to, being able to help mentor this young Bulls team. Because, like we've said, leadership is a big question mark on this Bulls team. They need some high-level leadership to guide the ship in the right direction. Because the future is very bright for this Bulls team. And you love the youth. The average age, like I was saying in my other video, 24.8 years old, guys, the average age for this Bulls team. So young, phenomenal team. But again, Talen Horton-Tucker, the guard, he ended up going to the Lakers. Another guy the Bulls could have selected by the name of Admiral Scofield. I probably don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but correct me, guys, if you happen to know. He's a guard forward, and he ended up going to the Washington Wizards, and he averaged 16.5 points a game, 6.1 rebounds, and 2 assists. Now, another guy who, very surprisingly, in this NBA draft, guys, by the name of Dedrick Lawson, he ended up not even getting drafted whatsoever. He went undrafted in the NBA draft. And that is notable because, well, he ended up foregoing, I believe, his senior season. So he entered the draft a year early, and he ended up not getting drafted. But then the Warriors ended up signing him, and I think the Warriors had worked out with him, and so they knew him pretty well. And wow, you know, what a big pickup for the Warriors. Lawson averaged 19.4 points, 10.3 rebounds, 1.7 assists as a guard / forward. So, you know, again, that was another name the Bulls could have drafted with their pick. You know, you're always going to be, you know, second guessing yourself because there's so many guys, so many names, and there's only so much information that you can gather on a player, really to make a definitive decision on, you know, what direction you're going to go in and, you know, what position, what needs that you're trying to fill on your roster. But I really like this pick, guys. I still like it for what it is. I think ideally I would have liked the Bulls to have gotten Bull. Selected him from Oregon. I really think that would have been the best selection, but again, you know, I'm going to trust management's decision on this pick, and, you know, as a Bulls fan, hope for the best and hope that this is going to be a very nice addition to the young Bulls team that is building some momentum now for the future and going to be starting to play some exciting basketball, guys. That is what I am talking about. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. It very much appreciated. All the feedback, guys. It helps support the channel very much. And comment down below, Chicago Bulls fans out there. I would love to hear your opinion and your perspective on this selection, the 38th pick in the draft for the Bulls. Daniel Gafford. Do you guys like the selection? Do you think, like I am, that we should have went with Bull out of Oregon? Or what other names out there that I didn't mention in the video do you guys think the Bulls could have potentially should have looked very, you know, seriously into considering picking with their draft? So I would love to hear from you guys, and also to let you guys know, I'm going to be potentially doing a series right now. Every day I'm going to try to do my best to get out one video regards to a draft pick. I'm trying to do every team in the NBA an analyst video on their draft pick. So it's going to be an exciting series, guys. Comment down below if you would love to see that series. And again, until next time, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.